Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel and NASCAR Heat 5 Florida Racing. We are back here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and NASCAR Heat 5 to take on Road America. So, haven't raced on this track in a quick minute, so we're going to go ahead and head on out, get ourselves a practice lap in, and see how the car handles here. So, come along and we'll get some practice in. Alrighty guys, so practice laps on the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel brought to you by the Combustion Guy's Garage. Check it out for combustion car related merchandise. Check it out today. Alright, so it's been a while since I have raced on this track in NASCAR Heat 5, so we're going to get ourselves a little bit of a practice lap in and get our braking zones where we need them. Also to kind of see how the car's tire and stuff is wearing. As you can see, it's been a long time since I've done any sort of braking in this track, so it's definitely a fun track, but definitely one that you got to remember all of your cues on when to start turning, when to start braking, etc. Also make sure you don't spin out while trying to do so. Yep, totally missed that one there. It's a good thing I got a practice lap in, that's for sure. Before I just went out and started beating and banging. So it's going to be a, I think it's 12 laps around the track, either 12 or 11, one of those. We do have stages, so that's going to make this race fairly short overall. And let me know in the comments if you want, in the future, with this series, for the road courses to remove the stages. We can probably actually do that. And that might make this a little bit more interesting, because I can go in and switch that off quickly, and then switch it back on for the rest of the races. The only thing is I might mess up the points standings. That's the only thing that could go wrong. But that could be something fun to do just on these road courses, is switch off the stages and see how that works. Keep them the same length, but just remove the stages. That might actually be kind of fun. Even if you guys don't really give me any feedback on that, I'll probably try that for the next race anyways and just see how I like it. But we'll keep the stages on for this one anyways. Alright, we got pretty decent braking zone there. That was pretty good. We actually got the timer going now. We got cars on track here. Trying to get around there. And you can see there we got quite a bit of wear on the left front, so we're going to need to adjust the wedge just a bit. So that's kind of good to know. We can do a little bit of adjustment on the car prior to the race. Don't usually do that, but we'll do it this time anyways, just in case. You can see the goal time there. I'd rather doubt we're going to meet it, but I mean, we might. Most of all, I just wanted to try and make sure I got my braking zones taken care of here at speed, so we'll definitely get this one a little bit better. There we go. Make sure we don't spin out and be a nutcase on the road. Don't want to do that. Yeah, the hardest part is this sweeping turn because it's just so flat. And yeah, you can see how much wear we get on that left front tire there, so we're going to definitely adjust that, because that's only 2 laps on that particular tire, and it's wearing pretty good there. So we'll work on adjusting some tension and stuff. Totally missed that turn there. Yeah, we'll double check what our settings are and stuff on the tire pressures and whatnot, and then we'll head into the race as soon as we get our lap time in here. Much better through that corner. Let's see what we get. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fairly slow time. Yeah, about 2:17, so pretty slow there, but not too bad. Alright, let's head back into the pits, get some work, and we'll get this race started here. Alright guys, if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. Plus also, don't forget about that bell button somewhere on the screen. I don't totally remember what that does, but I know it helps, so go ahead and hit that if you want to. So we got Chase Briscoe on the pole. Of course, he's a really good road racer. Did really good in the Xfinity series, so going to be fun racing him, our Ford teammate here. So we got our adjustments in, so let's see how we do go racing here. So we got 6 laps of fuel in the car. Labbe has already taken the lead. That's not fun. Go ahead and start backing off here as everybody comes to a nice slow. Everybody gets caught up. Oh, and we got the beautiful 08 Warbird paint scheme here. I love this car. As we get swirly, swirly, swirly. That's not how we're supposed to do that, by the way. Alrighty, so Labbe currently leads. I'm going to go through here. Hopefully not start a wreck or anything. Get through the cars here. And go racing towards the front as we slow the car down. Very good. Picked up a lot of positions through there. Almost spun the car. It does help having other cars around because it just kind of helps you, one, bounce off of them, of course, but it also helps you see when they're slowing down so you have a reference point for your car. So it really does except for that, it really does end up helping you out quite a bit there. Figuring out how to do the track. It is something about that. It's like being alone on the track versus having other cars around you on the track. It's a totally different thing. Because you got the reference point of what other drivers are doing, you have to watch what the other drivers are doing, and then there's just this wide open space that you can go anywhere with your car on in the other instance. So it really does change things up as these guys are slow as I'm running through the grass. At the Alfredo. Yeah, we're going to need to fix damage on this car. Unfortunately, as everybody's slow. And I'm slow on the brakes, which doesn't help. So we changed the brake. Changed the brakes slightly, so we put a little bit more brake in the rear, so we're not all brake in the front, because that was really not helping the braking. We also lowered the front end to get a little bit more of that weight bias up towards the front, and did a little bit of shift here, a little shift there, and so the car feels pretty decent. But yeah, you don't want to necessarily want a flat car for a road course. You kind of want a car that's I think the term is raked. You want it raked suspension wise so that it's lower in the front, just to get that a little bit more of that weight distribution, and also when you're in a braking zone, a little bit more weight towards the front to really get you that grip on those front tires to help you make the turn. And as you can see, you've got 2 laps on the tires, and the front left tire is not doing so bad, except for hitting the brakes really hard and sliding. That didn't really help it, but it's doing much better. As it's not at 68 like it was before, so that helps. We got Brandon Brown in front of us here. We continue to have Labbe leading this race, which is surprising to say the least. I know he's pretty good, but in this particular game, it's surprising to see him up there. Missed the turn. And spun tires. Maybe we'll get around. There we go, thank you. Yeah, got off into that little bit of sand and little rocks and tried to gun it back up straight, and the car just came around on me, so bummer there. Now we gotta work our way back up to the front, so it is kind of nice to have the stage ends here, be able to help us get back through the pack. Oh boy. The car's definitely good, but yeah, this is just, it's a flat track, whereas like you have Watkins Glen, the turns all have like all have a little bit of a, oh, now I can't remember what the word is. But anyways, yeah, instead of being a flat road course, Watkins Glen has a lot more. There we go, as we finish out the stages, helps you be able to get into the turns a lot better, whereas this is just so flat that really causes you to spin out a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and let's see here. Go ahead and fill up, make sure we've got that filled up, get new tires, fix that damage, and I think that'll be good. We'll put us in the back, but actually in the preferred line, so that's going to help. And here you can actually make up a lot of positions, especially from this row into this turn. So Alex Labbe with the stage win, that's certainly going to help him out. So we've got to get some points here. Move. Nice. Gained a ton of positions there, didn't hit anybody. Much cleaner than we saw at the Circuit of the Americas race, that's for sure. To the inside here. Make sure we don't spin it out. Throttle! Oh good, Chase Briscoe is taking the lead back from Alex Labbe. Hallelujah. Definitely want to see that Ford teammate have success. As we move, we do have a goal of top 15 finish in this race, if at all possible. Alright, we don't really need to pay attention to fuel tires, although the tires is very helpful to help us see what we're doing wrong with the driving of the car. So I do kind of like that as we take... Oh, no. Went wide, tried to get the gas back up and almost spun it out, so that would have been bad. Go ahead and start hitting the brakes here. Thank you. Turn it. Very good. Get past Josh Berlicki so he doesn't spin you. And we are up in the top 10 with that move right there. So very good. Yeah, car does not like that turn there, as you can tell. It is not liking that at all. Gotta really turn it through there, let off the throttle to be able to get it done. Go ahead and start. Then it roll into this turn versus and hit the brakes so hard. Good. Yeah, it's one of those things you just gotta really time what you're doing quite a bit on this particular piece, this particular track. And just make sure you hit the brakes, because it's a totally different feel on this particular game compared to anything else. You really gotta pay attention to what you're doing and make sure you get the car slowed down, or else you're going to go spinning off into the grass and nobody's going to help you. Start hitting the brakes here. Good. The car feels really good, it's just the driver's a little bit rusty on this particular road course. As, ooh, had a little bit of lockup in the one tire. You can see that by the way the car was drifting off the track there, so it had a bit of a a lockup on the right side for the brakes, so that definitely was not helpful. Go ahead and start letting it off throttle here, coming to the braking zone, a little bit too fast, not too bad though. Right now we just need to maintain this position, that's all we got to do. And we can look at potentially getting more positions later on. Who do we got back there? I think we have Hemrick behind us. Yeah, just making sure we don't spin our car out, because then we start doing the loop-de-loop-de doo-dah, and that's not fun, as we're racing in the grass apparently now. Seen NASCAR race on asphalt and dirt? Well, hell, in concrete. But have you ever seen NASCAR race on grass? Now that's a totally different thing. Doing really good through there. Off throttle already. Braking zone here. Cut off Hemrick. Make sure he can't get around us. Almost spin out there. Gotta be careful coming around that turn because of how it's angled. It will spin you really well. Alright, let's go get our final point of the stage here. That's going to be a helpful point, so definitely want to grab that real quick. So there we go, got our one stage point of the race. That is certainly helpful. So let's see what the strategy of the guys is. It is to pit, so everybody is pitting. We don't have to pit necessarily for a full tank of gas. That's going to help. We don't have to do any damage, but we do need to get those 4 tires. So let's see how the pit crew does. Pit crew gains us 4 spots, so that's definitely helpful. And we got the Ford teammate duo up in front of us of Austin Cindric and Chase Briscoe, both those guys up in the front. Let's see if we can make it 3 wide here. A Ford entry into the turn. And off throttle just a little bit here. Brake, 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 brake. There we go. Very nice. Now we just need to maintain. So 6 laps of fuel remaining. We should be able to make it on tires and fuel. We just can't spin out. That's the thing that is of concern. We just cannot spin out our cars. We got all 3 Fords here up in the front and driving away from the rest of the field. Got a bit of a draft going on now. Go ahead and let off throttle. Go ahead and hit brake. Going to hit Cindric instead just a little bit. Give him a bit of a push into the turn. That's going to put some smoke behind us, which should help camouflage where we are and all that, because that's strategy that we need to do is we hit him again, which I did not intend to do. Sorry about that, sir. But you did check up kind of fast there, so that is partly your fault. Alright, nice around the turn. And Chase Briscoe is definitely running away with it at the moment. Nice and easy on throttle. There we go. Go ahead and hit off throttle here as we go in through this turn. Almost get taken out by Cindric. It gave us a little bit of a push there, not too bad. Ooh, we got off the curb there. That was not good. Yeah, on this you have to be so careful on your throttle application. You have to be so smooth. Which is hard to do with the controller, but it is possible to really get that throttle dead zone just where you need it so you can be nice and smooth on the acceleration. But you have to be really smooth with it, or else this car is going around because you hit too high on the throttle. Now we get Cindric there. And we're after Briscoe. A little bit wide there. That's going to let Cindric pass. We're going to try and keep Alex Labbe behind us, though. We don't want to let him pass if we can help it. That'll help us out points-wise. 36-35, and we're going to try and run him. There we go. Just ran him up the track a bit there and got him to go farther back. Totally missed my braking zone. Yeah, you see, you got just, even if you overcook it into the turn, you still got to be so smooth on the throttle application, trying to gain time back, or else you're just doomed. Alright, good on the throttle, good on the throttle, good on the throttle. Easy, 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 easy. Go. That's going to let Alex Bay passes. We did pretty good there, nice and smoothly, but just Not quite enough there. And that ended us going off the track a little bit there. That's a very tricky corner, especially when your car doesn't like it to begin with. Hey, you're overcooking it. A little bit of a bump there to Labbe, not too bad. We got back to him. Ooh, good. Okay, we did really good there. We'll take the inside here from Labbe. That's going to get us back to in front of him. See, it really does help when you have a car in front of you, because basically it's kind of that thing of when you have a goal that's visual, you can actually go after and get it. It's really is interesting how that works. But when you have a goal that's feasible and actually visible to you that you can get, you can actually go after it pretty well. So I'm gonna get Labbe back past us here again. Gonna kind of overcook it just a little bit into the turn. He's gonna. Oh, he actually went wide, so he didn't try to cut us. So if we can just stay here, I'd be very happy. I am going to think that at some point I'm going to make a mistake that's going to spin me out. Like this braking zone here, or any of the other braking zones. Good, go. Alright, we're doing pretty good here. On the turn. But yeah, just have to be so easy on the throttle application. And nice and easy on the brakes too, because you don't want to lock it up either. Nice. Okay, so we're slowly getting into a rhythm on this track. That's the thing, is like with road courses you have to be able to get into a rhythm, and some of them it's so hard to get into it. But once you get into the rhythm, then you can really start helping your lap times and entry and exit of turns and stuff. But until you get that rhythm down at the track, it's just, yeah, it doesn't mesh very good. Brake. And see, if you miss it just by a little bit on when you're supposed to start braking, that's going to mess up your tires and mess up other stuff too. But it messes up the rest of the lap as well, because then you're off just a tad. It's just fascinating how that works. Just one little hiccup can mess up an entire sequence of a track for you. So Chase Briscoe, he's basically won this at this moment. Whether or not he's able to keep the lead or not, that's going to be interesting. One thing we are seeing is the fuel mileage. Seems like we're running a bit low on the fuel, so to speak, here. So that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. Will we get a caution? That's another thing to consider here. Trying to be a little bit easier on the throttle anyways, but try and save some of this fuel. Gonna be off here, gonna get back in front of the bay. But yeah, kinda gotta be able to be nice and easy on that throttle now too. Cause yeah, see, you got 2 laps, so everybody's gonna have to pit more than likely. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. Good. So 2 laps of fuel remaining, so that means basically we're a lap short for the most part to actually be able to get around this giant place once again. So for us, we're definitely going to have to pit just for fuel, if not tires. So that's going to be interesting to see what Chase Briscoe up there, who by the way is gas and gone, what he's going to have to do, and also what everyone behind us then does as well. What did they do pit strategy wise? Well, some of them, with how far back they are, did they already pit? We're going to be wide again here. Let's go and let Labbe back to us. Having a good battle with him, nice and clean. He hasn't spun us out yet. A little bit into the wall. Oh, that's going to cause a caution. Yep, he sent it into us there pretty hard. Alright, it's going to be a green-white checkered. I've got to come in and get fuel. So we're going to go ahead, grab our fuel, we're going to grab tires, we're going to fix the damage, we're just going to do all of that. It's going to put us way back here, but I think we can run up to the front here, hopefully. But yeah, there was no way we were going to make it around, because it's a, let's see here. Yeah, it's a green-white checkered, so we had to get tires and we had to get fuel, because we were not going to make it fuel-wise. Alright, so here we go. 4 brand new tires, up to the front they come. And the Chastain there a bit. But look at here, where are we? We're in the front again. Alright, so we are 11th, so we've got to really push it here. Hopefully get to the final white flag lap. No caution, or else we'll have to rack it back up and do it again. Rough up Labbe there a little bit. As he totally sent it. I can't wait to see the replay now that I think about it, as I'm going to totally off it into the grass there. But yeah, he just, I mean, I probably put myself in a bad position to begin with, but still, he just gassed it up and sent me off into the wall, and that ended up sending him spinning there as I sent a net, which I didn't totally mean to do, but me and a net have never been the best of buds anyway, so I won't exactly cry over that one. It looks like top 5 is about what we're going to get here, more than likely. Ooh, car's tight. It's going to put us back into the wall there. And Labbe, even with all the damage still coming up, we got damage on the front end as well. Make sure we limit our mistakes. Limit our mistakes as well as we can. Whoa. Ow. And we got Labbe here with us once again. So that's not going to help us with mistakes. Alright, here we go in overtime. We have 1 lap to go, presented by Combustion Gamer Gear. Get yourself some channel merch as well as some video series merch as well. Check it out today. Thanks, guys. Alrighty, so here we go. I have absolutely no hard feelings about that whatsoever. Me and Labbe, we have declared war on each other apparently for this race, which I don't overly mind. We've got Noah Gregson here. He's been fast all day, so we gotta watch out for him. But I mean, Labbe sent me into the wall, caused the caution to begin with, so I mean, he had that coming anyways. Finally got payback on him for that all that Michigan nonsense that he did. Alright, let's hit the brakes, nice and easy coming into the turn. A little bit on the wide side, not too bad. Aye. No, Gregson gets past us, that's fine. Would have preferred that he didn't, but still. Currently in the top 10, and if we can help it, we're going to stay there, but we're going to make mistakes like this, so there you go. Josh Bilicki passed us now. It actually helped us because we had the one rear tire spinning at a higher RPM because it was in the grass. That actually helped the car turn better. Let's see if we can get this position back from Bilicki here. And we have it for the moment. Nice and easy through here. Nice and easy throttle. Nice and easy turn. Gas and go. Whew. That was an intense 2 laps. But top 6, we will take it after all that mayhem. Austin Cindric, I believe, is your winner. Ooh, my hands all sweaty. That was a bit of a workout there. That was fun. And we got Alex Labbe finally. So, all right, let's go see if we can find what happened in that replay there. Outside there he is. So we both go into the turn here. Yeah, he just totally sends it into us, gets loose. That ends up causing the huge wreck there behind us. So, I mean, you just see that back there. So, yeah, that was pretty big. Alright, so here we go, guys. Looking at the finishing positions, Chase Briscoe is one of your stage winners, but Austin Cindric ultimately able to get the win there. Josh Williams in third. Hello, Josh. Nice to see you. Harrison Burton in fourth. Noah Gregson in fifth. Of course, us able to get top 10 with a 6th. Josh Radicki in 7th. Ryan Sieg in 8th. Justin Haley in 9th. And Michael Annett there in 10th. Alex Labbe, even though he's punted him, still able to get 12th, which is unfortunate, but he's also the other stage winner, so he won't hurt too bad there. And the top 15 finished off by Justin Allgaier there. Let's see who finished all the way in the back, if anybody. Jeff Green, Landon Castle, so the normal back markers there, finishing in the back. Race earnings, we have got ourselves a merch sellout here at Road Americas, so that's pretty big. Obviously, must be all of the Alex Labbe haters decided to purchase after the race, apparently. So that must be what that is. We got ourselves a nice sponsor payout as well, and of course finished top 6. That gets us $30,000 there. So definitely a nice total to finish off the race. And we also able to get ourselves jumped up there to the top 20. We're going to have to see if that puts us back into contention for the playoffs. So let's go ahead and head back through and we'll see what's going on there. Alrighty, guys, so we are back. No, not back. Good night. What am I saying? Alright, guys, so Watkins Glen is the next race up. So another road course, so that should be a lot of fun. We're going to get our guys working here as hard as they can. We're not going to have much of a race car, unfortunately, just because that's the only road course car we have back to back, which is unfortunate. Probably should have used one of our other cars, honestly, for Road America, since we know we're good at Watkins Glen. But I digress on all of that. Go ahead and get the cars worked on there. So there we go. Won't be a bad road course car, but definitely won't be a good one. So hopefully driver's skill for Watkins Glen will outprevail the car's shortcomings. Anyways, looking here, we have put ourselves back into the playoffs with that, as we've jumped back above the top 20. So putting ourselves back in there, that helps us out quite a bit. The problem is we've got to keep ourselves there to be eligible to be in the playoffs, and the playoffs there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 races away. So we've got to make sure that we stay in contention. So if we can get a good finish here at Watkins Glen, that will certainly help. Dover, that's probably going to be iffy with our Xfinity car. Daytona could potentially be a really good race for us. Hopefully get a good finish there. Donington and Richmond are iffy, but if we can get consistent finishes, hopefully that will keep us above the top 20 mark, and as long as no new winners emerge, we should be able to stay there. But that's the problem. The only person else in here who doesn't have a win is Justin Allgaier, and so he'll be gone if somebody else wins and we stay in the top 20 in points. Anybody else who wins will knock us out unless we can get another win and improve our points position. So it's going to be tricky. That's for sure. Going to be very tricky going into the Xfinity playoffs. That's for sure. Looking at the truck playoff grid, currently we lead there with 2,041 points, 6 wins and 5 stage wins. So we are basically wrapped up into that quite well. Let me make sure I get this. There it is. So yeah, so currently we are good to go in the Truck Series playoffs. So that's a nice thing not to worry about. But yeah, Watkins Glen, going to be fun. And then, of course, we got the Cup Series right afterwards to race here at the Glen as well. So always a fun track, and definitely enjoy racing it. So that's going to be a fun video. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll see you guys here next time with NASCAR Heat 5 and Florida Racing. Bye-bye.